you looking for a quick, easy, yet affordable window covering solution? Or are you afraid of sewing on a million, or just tired of sewing on a million rings on your Roman shades? Well, today I'm going to show you a really fast and easy and affordable window covering that you can make in no time flat. I just recently enclosed this patio, which was a screened in lanai, and I used some sliding glass doors to close it all in and installed air conditioning and made this an all-season porch. And you can watch that video, I'll link it at the end of this video. But I felt like the windows needed some softening. I feel like with all this glass that my room need some softness, and window treatments are exactly the solution. Fabric is the solution. So I initially made a Roman shade, and after making that Roman shade, I realized I didn't really want to sew on 100 rings to every shade. It would take forever. I was at the mall and saw this display and thought, maybe I should make roller shades rather than Roman shades, because I wouldn't have to sew on any Roman shade rings. So this is the solution that I came up with. So let me show you how it works, and I'll try to stay out of the way so you can see it rolling up. So you have the lift cords just like a Roman shade, but rather than it lifting in layers, it just rolls up on itself. And that's kind of it. The longer it is, obviously, the fatter the roll is going to be. And it lifts and rolls pretty easily, I would say, and looks very neat and nice. I think it's a really great solution for a quick and easy window treatment. So let me show you how I made these for very inexpensively. So let's go to my sewing room and I'll show you how I did it. The reason why this was such an inexpensive and quick project for me is because I bought all of the fabric in drapery panels from the thrift store. I bought enough to do all the windows, and the drapery panels were $4.99 a piece, I think. I can't find any of the tags, but they were very inexpensive. And then they were 25% off. So I got these drapery panels for next to nothing. And then they were already the length of my windows, although if they were too long, if you have shorter windows, you could just leave a little bit rolled up at the bottom of your window or sitting on your windowsill so that you always have a roll there. Or you could cut them and make them exactly the proper length, but I kind of like the idea of having it a little bit rolled at the bottom. So anyway, that's how I made them so quickly, easily, and inexpensively, is they already had 3 hems. So all I had to do, let me go ahead and show you how to do this. I didn't have to cut the length at all. I only had to cut the width of my fabric. So I cut this 54-inch wide curtain panel down to 36 inches because that's how wide my windows are. So I just cut off 36 inches and then re-hemmed that side seam, which was super simple. Then let me show you how to string them, because that's the whole process basically, is the mounting on the board and then stringing the shade. The making of the shade there's nothing to it, particularly if you are going to use an existing drapery panel, because what I did at the top is it has already a rod pocket in the top of the drapery panel. So I just inserted my 1x2. I picked up 1x2s, or I had these actually, but you can just pick up a 1x2 at the hardware store. And the way I did it, I inserted it into the rod pocket. in order to hang the drapery panel. And then same with the bottom. On the bottom, there is another, top is the rod pocket, the bottom is the hem. And in the bottom, I used a little piece of quarter round because I had quarter round left over from my patio project. So I used a piece of quarter round as my weight bar in the bottom, and that worked perfectly. So I didn't even have to do any of that sewing because the header and the hem were already here. So that made it so fast and easy. So let me show you how to string it. So I'm going to show you this actually hanging on the window because I think it'll be easier to understand. So first of all, as far as mounting the shade, there's a couple different ways you can do it, and the way that I did it is a little bit janky, but it worked. I just went ahead and screwed right through the fabric and right through the 1x2 and into my wall here. And what I plan to do is use those little plastic screw head covers that they sell at the hardware store. It's got a little hex or a Phillips head, sticks right into the screw, and then it has a plastic white cover that covers up the screw. So that's what I'm gonna do. Alternatively, you can, and the way that it's usually done for these kinds of things because of this weirdness, is you put a cup hook in the wall here, and then you install a screw eye in the top of this 1x2, and then you hang this on the cup hook. I'll put a picture here so you can see what I'm talking about. But I don't like that look. I would rather have it look a little bit more clean and just cover these screw heads. And then you have to put your screw eye through the front of the shade, so you've got to put it through the fabric. So you could potentially do a tiny buttonhole here, so you're not just making a hole in the fabric. I did not do that. I used my awl and poked a little hole there, and then screwed my screw eye in right through the fabric, and it works just fine. But you do have to do it in the front of your shade. So there is a little bit of hardware that's always showing on these. So this could be painted, or you could get a little bit of a smaller of a screw eye so they're a little bit less obvious, but white spray paint would be nice to spray these white so you don't see them so much. And as you can see, I accidentally cut my shade cord at some point, so I just tied it here, but I do need to replace that. The way that the lift cord works is you have two separate pieces of lift cord. With a Roman shade, you have separate pieces for every row of rings. So you only have two on this one. If this shade were to be much wider, you might need to put a couple more lift cords here so that this doesn't smile so much. You could just do one in the center, and that way it won't smile, meaning droop in the middle. That would resolve that. So this side of the lift cord, you staple it to the back of the board. So it's stapled, I put like 4 staples holding the back of the lift cord to the 1x2 on the back side here. You run that down to the bottom of the length of the shade along the back of the shade. So it's here, and it runs down the back of the length of the shade, around the bottom, and then up the front and through this eye hook over to here where I have a hold of it. Then this lift cord does the same thing. I have it stapled to the back of the 1x2. It comes down the bottom of the shade and then up the front and through that eye hook, and I have it in my hand here. And that's it. It's that simple. It's such a simple mechanism. There's just nothing to it. So basically, the only supplies that you need for this project are the eye hooks and the lift cord. And this lift cord is super inexpensive. You can buy it on Amazon. I don't know how many yards, but I do have a link for the lift cord in the description box below if you're looking for the lift cord. You do have to use Roman shade lift cord. You can't use any other kind of string because it's got to be this poly nylon or whatever, because it will wear out pretty quickly. I've tried it, believe me. I used something else in my bedroom because I thought, well, this looks strong enough, and I had it, and it broke so many times. And so I finally had to take the whole thing down and replace it with actual lift cord. So use real Roman shade lift cord for this. Oh, and then you'll probably want to buy Roman shade cleat that you can attach to your wall and obviously put it on the side that the lift is on. Here's the back side of it. You can see the way that I stapled the lift cord onto the back of the shade, and then it runs down and around the bottom and then the front. So you can see it just, so this is one piece here, And then this side is another piece. So it's just 2 pieces of lift cord. So one thing I will say about the lift cords is you want them to be, I would say, about 6 inches in. I did not do mine 6 inches. Mine are about 4 inches in, but I would go ahead and bring it 6 inches in or so, maybe even 8 inches, because what happens is mine is pretty close to the edge. So it was falling, this cord was getting real close to the edge and almost coming off of the edge. So put your lift cord in a little bit farther than I did. That's the extent of it. You can see my board in there, and this is the piece of quarter round that I used, but you could use anything in there really. And then this is the trim. I trimmed this shade with this little bit of trim just to give it a little bit of added interest and some color. You could make this shade using already made curtains in really, I mean, you could just cut that side off and rehem that side. That would maybe take 15 minutes. And then install the piece of wood, install the eye hooks, install the lift cord. It would take you no time at all. And this, I bought this also at the thrift store. This is the sheet that I cut up in order to make the trim for it. When I spotted it, I thought, oh, those are just the colors that I have out there. And it's very subtle, which I love. I like a real subtle look. I don't like real high contrast on a lot of things. And so I cut the stripes out, actually glued it to the fabric. So let me show you what I used, because that was also really fast and easy. I used the Aleene's tacky glue from the Dollar Tree to glue the trim on. I cut the trim and then glued it on both sides down the whole thing. And I did that because I was like, I want this to be a fast project. I don't want to take weeks to do these shades. So I debated on whether or not I should just go ahead and sew all this trim on, or if I should use the iron-on hem tape to iron all the trim on. And I was like, oh, I don't even want to drag these over to my ironing table and have to set it out. So what I did is I just laid out the shade on my cutting table here, which is long enough to accommodate the whole shade so that it would be nice and flat. I laid out my trim nice and flat, and then I just glued it, and it worked so quick and easy, and they're so nicely adhered. So don't think that you have to do everything professional way. This worked wonderfully. Super quick project, and if you use thrift store ready-made curtains, you can do it so inexpensively. So if you'd like to see the transformation of my screened-in porch turned all-season air-conditioned wonderful room, you can watch that video right here.